What it do, what's happening, what it is, what it isn't, man. It's your boy Johnny. We in the house, man. The first number one episode of Keeping It Buck podcast, man. We in the house, man. I'm here joined with my co-host Julio, man. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, guys?
It's my dog. And we're joined with our first, the blessed us with his presence for the first go-round of our show. The one, the only, Aaron Brown.
Hi, guys.
What is
Sorry.
What is it?
Very hungry.
We're all really hungry. Dude, how you feeling today? How you looking?
Good, man. Just hungry.
I like this coat. Where'd you get this from?
My boy Ty Sticks sold it to me, man. He was doing a drifting thing, and this is one of the pieces he had. So it's like a vintage Marlboro jacket. Like if you smoke enough cigarettes, you get a jacket. So I guess, yeah, I thought that was cool. I guess it's not cool. I don't know. Whatever.
It's a tough lifestyle, man. It's a tough lifestyle. But hey,
I'm personally addicted to cigarettes.
dang.
Alright, this is getting off on a dark note. Let's go.
Alright, guys, so as you know, we're first episode with Aaron Brown. So Aaron, I'm going to just read off from your bio and then just ask you some few things. Just feel free to tell me anything. I'm glad to have you here.
Okay.
Alright. Aaron Brown is a 27-year-old independent artist, producer, songwriter from Richmond, Virginia. In 2017, Aaron Brown started his career with the release of Aaron's Dead, which developed a local buzz in the city. With that, he decided he would entertain the idea of music career and began performing up and down the East Coast in hopes of growing a following. In 2018, he released his second project entitled Jailbird on Walton, which was also received very well and showed growth from the new artist. Now Aaron is back with a new sound that is just as much captivating as it is fresh, incorporating wavy, hard-hitting production under the heartfelt lyrics and stories told in the only way he could. Be sure to follow Aaron on all social media platforms. His new album, Ghost, came out in May. And meanwhile, check out his single, Rococo, on all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
So, cool, Aaron. So, anything you want to add to that backstory?
I mean, it's pretty spot on. I guess I could obviously go more in depth. Is that
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, so I've been doing music my whole life for the most part. And I got a little more serious in college, just kind of when I started producing and stuff like that. But like fun fact, I was like actually married at a young age.
For real?
Yeah, it's a little fun fact. And like she was cool with me rapping. She was a cool, rapper kind of thing. Stacy's her name. She just boot that shit out.
Okay. Oh, my bad.
No. I'm just fucking with you. I'll just be extra. She won't
Can you
give
tell
a
us how
fuck.
old you were?
When I got married, I was 21, something like that, 20, some shit. I don't know. It feels like a lifetime ago or some shit. But anyway, so I had like the musical equipment and shit like that, and I was like fucking with it, but I wasn't taking it seriously. And then like we split up, and I didn't know what else to fucking do anymore, cause like I didn't realize how much of my time was taken up by being like in a serious relationship. So like I started fucking with the music again, and that's around the time Aaron's Dead dropped.
Why Aaron's Dead? Did you felt?
Because I felt like the old me died. Yeah, like it was like a rebirth. It was almost like the Phoenix story kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it was like everyone who knew me, like I was just like I'm not that person anymore. And like the whole time I always felt like I wasn't necessarily being me. I was being like what I was kind of supposed to be. So like I started growing my hair out and shit, started dressing different, like stopped giving a fuck. Yeah.
Well, that was very interesting, bro. I'm gonna ask you. These next few questions are coming from.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. I gotta hold you to something back there real quick.
Alright.
What was the person that you were before? What made you change that? You know what I'm saying? What was the person that you knew before that you changed into now?
I don't think I knew who I was. I think I was just a little bit everywhere, doing a little bit of everything. Played ball, knew that. Got into school off ball. Got in some trouble too. Like, kind of was just like everywhere. I was just like doing things, trying to figure out like what felt right. Like one side was my mom, like she's a teacher and she has like mad degrees and shit like that. But then my dad is like the opposite. So like I went through a phase where I was like, well, maybe I'm the villain, And then I realized like maybe I'm not the villain. capable of being the villain, but maybe I'm not the villain. And it was like, all right, well, who am I then? And like that time period allowed me to like go figure that out. And now I feel like I'm fine with it.
Wow. Okay, so let's weird transition. So back to a little backstory. I'm mentoring Aaron because of a class, but like I don't want to say it's just but Aaron really has a backstory. I want to ask beyond what's required. So I want to just go ahead and get the questions that my professor has provided. Shout out to Professor Haley. So Professor. All right, so these are questions based on your influencer role, like, of your following. 8,000, I should mention. Well, his 8,000 followers
At this time.
At this time on the gram. Any numbers else on social media, like on Face or Snap? Or
I don't really use Facebook, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter I used to use, but I have like 2.5 on Twitter or something like that. And then my Spotify, that like varies, but at its highest, I think it was at like 8,000 listeners or something, like around the time the album dropped. It just recently went down because the album's getting older. But I expect it to go back up when I drop this new EP. So yeah, I don't know about Facebook, dude. Like, do we still use Facebook?
Apparently,
yeah.
Apparently, people our age use it. They do it to argue about political stuff. I think that's really what thrives on
I'm
Facebook.
good.
Right now.
Sorry, Mark. I'm not with his. Oh, SoundCloud. I think I got like 400 something followers. I don't really put the energy into SoundCloud that shit.
SoundCloud's dead, right? Would you say I think SoundCloud's dead.
Well,
Right?
SoundCloud was definitely dead, and then Chance bought it back out. And like it's still kind of dying. Like
It's over. Who's on it?
I go on SoundCloud to hear like dope remixes and stuff. I don't
True.
really want to discover artists
Right.
on SoundCloud.
Right. It's once Lil Uzi and like Cardi and them came in. After that, it was they
Yeah.
oversaturated the market so much
Yeah.
that to a point where it's like dead now.
I don't
You
know.
might find a little story added on. You might throw on there
Like,
here and there.
sometimes I'll meet rappers or
But-
artists and they're like, yeah, I'm popping on SoundCloud. I got like 20,000 followers on SoundCloud. I'm like, I don't really even want to hear you now, honestly. It's like, you're not even collecting royalties or nothing. Like, nah, I don't take
Right.
you this serious, I guess. Yeah, I'm a Spotify kid myself. Spotify is where I find all my music. Thanks
Dat
to someone
Piff.
I know.
Live
Piff.
mixtapes, bro.
Live
The
mixtapes. That was an
OG.
OG, yeah.
All the
hell
Gucci
yeah.
tapes, all the all
Damn,
the
that Piff
fucking
was that
tapes.
shit, yo.
Man, back then nobody cared about this before people really started to get into the money. Maybe
Right.
because before the industry started getting into it, people just
Lil
dropped
Wayne
it.
started that wave though. I feel like Lil Wayne birthed that Piff because he was like the first one to really hardcore put out.
No ceiling.
Shout out Vans, yeah. Put out like mad free mixtapes and shit. Like he kind of started that wave. So like, shout out to Wayne because that Piff probably wouldn't have been all that.
Now they blurred the line between what an album and what a mixtape is now.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
And I kind of attribute that to Drake, honestly. But that's here and there,
Yeah.
right?
True.
All right, let's keep going.
All right, bro. So back to the questions provided by the professor. How did you transition into an influencer?
It's such a yeah. I don't feel like I transitioned into an influencer.
It just happened.
Yeah, kind of just like started doing what I wanted to do, wearing what I wanted to wear, like just being who I was, and like people kind of attracted to it. And I mean, I don't know if I'd call myself. I guess I am an influencer, but I don't know if I like the term. Like, yeah, like I'm just me. Like if you're influenced, cool. I'd rather be like an inspirer or some shit. That sounds cooler. That's not even a word. I just made that up. Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather be an inspirer.
Have people come up to you, be like, "Hey, you're inspiring me to start this thing"?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's cool though. I dig it.
What do you tell them when they tell you that you're inspiring?
I don't know how people take it, but I'm always like, yeah, man, do that shit. Like, I don't know if people think I'm BSing or like, but like, I mean, that's all there is to it, right? Like, how many people out here are like not really that dank at what they do, but they pop because they do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like I just tell everyone do it. Like, it don't even matter what I think. I might think your idea is kind of butt, but that's me. There's like billions of other people in the world that might think your idea is dank. So like, just do it. Do that shit. Like,
All right, bro. When did you ever I know you kind of already answered this question, but when did you consider yourself an influencer? Like, in terms of once your numbers started growing, you're like, oh, like I'm actually doing something. Something's actually coming out of all this effort I'm putting in. Like, when did you realize that this is going somewhere?
I don't think I ever realized it. Yeah, I still sometimes don't realize it. I mean, it's just something I'm actively doing because that's kind of like what I want to do. You know, like the music and stuff and all the cool stuff I'm like wrapped into is like what I want to do. I think no one really knows if it's going the right direction until like something big happens. So like a lot of cool stuff is happening to me and like it definitely pushes me to like continue in my path, but I'm not gonna say that thing is happening that's gonna be like, yeah, this is it. Like I'm that. Like I hope I never feel that way.
So, like, for example, when you said 2 years ago you really pushed your music career forward.
Mm-hmm.
So what was your music career before that? Did you already have stuff on your?
I did, yeah. I had stuff out, but like not on Spotify, Apple Music and stuff. Like I had some things on SoundCloud. It was like a hobby, dude. Like it was like, oh yeah, Aaron can rap. Did you know he could rap too? Like you know.
Were you performing too before?
Here and there, but I was butt at performing. I was so bad, dude.
How did you get good, or how did you? What was the transition to become better?
How perverse are you against music curse words? You care? Yeah,
What should be you?
I stopped giving a fuck, dude. That's it. It's as simple. Like I don't know how else to put it into words. Like I just started wilding. I started having fun, doing what I want to do. I like came out my shoes my last show. I was like on the floor. Like that's what I wanted to do. Like before I was a little more reserved. I thought there was a way I needed to do it, and I needed to present myself this way. I needed to rap like this. I needed to figure out how to make people like me, and then it turned out that people like you for just being you. So yeah.
Actually, no. I think like maybe.
Okay.
I was going to Professor. No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
If this wasn't Haley.
Haley. Sorry, Professor Haley.
Sorry.
I apologize.
I keep forgetting since it's more for Professor.
I am more well versed than that. I swear.
All right, bro. So what are the biggest challenges that you've come across when your music career kicked off? In terms of like maybe like getting gigs or getting like to start a following, you know, getting that fan base or having to go to school.
I think my biggest challenge, and I'm still like kind of fighting to do it now, but I'm on the back end of it, was I was trying to do a whole bunch of different things. I had the idea that I could do A, B, and C, and somehow be seen for D, if that makes sense. So like I had like the living room, and I was like throwing the parties, and I was like doing all these different things, and like people saw me for like my clothes and like my fashion and like stuff like that. But it was like, but I wasn't ever focusing or like pushing the point that I'm a rapper first. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even really like the term rapper. I was an artist first. Like, and now I'm learning that I can like scratch all that. I don't gotta do all that. Like I should just be an artist, dude. Like I don't have to do anything. If I'm doing something extracurricular, cool. But like first and foremost, like I need to be that, and I don't need to do any other thing to attract attention to me so that I can show them that I'm that. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah, like I am a musician. I want you to know me for doing music. Like nowadays, you go on my Instagram, you see music, because that's what I do. Like while before, you didn't know what I did. I guess you would just call me an influencer because you didn't know what I did.
Right.
It's different now.
So what? Just going a little more deeper into that. You told me that you went to VCU, you studied business. Where was that Aaron Brown? Is that Aaron Brown still?
That's the one that. Yeah, that's the one that's dead for sure. Yeah, that's the guy.
But what you have now with your clothes, and I mean, you're still thinking. I mean, yeah, you study business, but you're still your own businessman.
Yeah.
Is there a way you're taking it?
Well, the thing about business is, like, I originally went to school for sports medicine with a minor in biology, and then I got in some trouble, and then I got a job at a company, and I moved up in the company, and then the company was like, yo, we'll pay for the rest of your school, but you gotta go to school for business. Like, and you're really good at this, so we're definitely down to pay for it. Like, and so I was like, all right, cool. So I went to school for business. So like, business is not something I learned at VCU. Sorry, VCU, I love you. My mom's an alumni too.
Go Rams.
Yeah, go around. You already know. But like, business is not something I learned in Sneak. You know, like I learned how to like find a good sandwich in Bleakers and Sneak.
It's good, yeah.
Yeah, they're fire. But like,
Croissants.
yeah, I like the sourdough. It's good, really good
Expensive.
there. It is a little pricey.
Cost you a pretty penny.
Yeah, pretty penny. But you get to eat under the little stock market thing and like, you know, but whatever.
Makes
Here or
you
there.
feel like business.
But yeah, I mean, there's some things I definitely learned at VCU, but I feel like business is one of those things where you just kind of fill it out, and the most important part is just knowing your worth and like knowing your value, and then you can kind of assess from there, right? Like, yeah, I don't know what else to add to that.
Do you think your degree has maybe? I know you already came. You probably what I heard. You went to VCU already as a businessman, basically.
Yeah.
But did they teach you something that helped you further it? Or
Yeah, they forced me to learn databases.
has that helped you out?
I think Access is going obsolete. I'm pretty sure of it. I've always been pretty damn good at Excel, so I wouldn't say they taught me that.
Right.
They gave me the ticket. If all else fails, I can go get me a little office job. So thank you guys. Like, I won't go hungry for sure.
We get a cubicle.
Yeah, I'll give me a little cubicle if all else fails. Don't worry. Like,
Sweet, bro.
yeah, thank you for that. That's cool experiences though, for sure. Like, I can definitely thank VCU for some crazy experiences.
So your timeline is 2 years ago. When did you graduate VCU?
2016.
2016. Were you showing your friends at VCU your music
I
stuff?
didn't have friends in VCU because I went to night school.
Oh.
So like I have like 2 or 3 friends that I can like really shout out. Like one of them literally works next door
Which
at
are the names?
804 Tobacco. Yeah. So shout out Sam. Shout out Autumn and oh man, who's the third one? What's your name? I see your face. You know who you are. You were in the math class with me and Autumn, and you are our partner always. You know who you are. You. I'll find you.
I'll find you. Sweet, bro. So, did they seen you grow into the artist that you are now?
Yeah, like back then I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and they're just like, yeah, okay, cool. Like, let's finish this math project, you know. And now they're like, oh, like they're in my inbox, like, dang, bro, I'm proud of you, like. You know, so it's like, it's really cool. Actually, like 2 of my coaches from my original school, which is where I got in trouble at, I actually got carried off campus in handcuffs at the school, Avery University, and like, yeah, it's in Danville, and like 2 of my football coaches from Avery just hit me up recently and was like, yo, like your music's dope, like we really dig it.
Oh wow.
Like it was really cool, man, because I just haven't talked to them in years, you know, and they like found me and like hit me up, and I was like, shoot, well. Just little stuff like that like pushes you.
You have a lot to catch up on.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was cool, man.
Tell me that Aaron's dead.
Nah, I'm just going right to the Aaron's dead. That'd be kind of weird. Kind of perplexing. You know, but yeah. That guy's gone for sure, dude. A lot of people see me, they don't recognize me from like back then. If I showed you my ID, you'd be like, I'm just gonna show you my ID. I'm gonna show you guys my ID. I'm gonna give you guys a pleasure. This is what I used to look like.
Can the
Aaron's
camera
dead, right?
Can the camera see this? Or
Yeah.
no? Are we able to get that?
That guy is gone, dude.
That
I
guy's
don't
gone.
look like that guy. I don't even look like, I don't know. But yeah.
Oh
yeah, alright.
Well, from what you said, I think I can speak for both of us that you are like inspiring us now because your passion was music, and you are growing, following. I know numbers doesn't matter, but
Right.
your numbers are talking, and I feel like me and Johnny we're passionate about many things, so the degree doesn't have to be like you have to do this. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause sometimes with my degree, I get so mad. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be in there till like 2 in the morning in the Mac, but I'm like, man, I don't want to be here. I want to be here.
Right.
I want to do other things, but like there's hope out there. You know.
Yeah,
Out there.
man. just keep pumping, just keep doing it. Like there's nothing wrong with having a degree in your pocket,
Right.
you know. But just be aware. Like the whole point of going to school is to become a scholar, right? So that means that you learn the ability to like assess many things and then choose your own path. You learn the ability to research. You learn the ability to gain information.
Mhm.
And then what you do with that information is like yours. But that's really what school is about, is learning how to acquire the information to make the decisions. You know what I'm saying? So like if you look at the people who most people strive to be, like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, the list goes on, like these people, Elon Musk, like all these people, like these, a lot of these people didn't even finish college, dude. Like, you don't have to do that. Like that's a societal thing. Like you have to get your degree to like be successful. My mom's like that, dude. She has like 2-3 master's degrees. Like she stays in school because the debt's so crazy that like it'll die with her. You know, like government loans don't transfer. You know, so she's in school to keep them in deferment so that, you know what I mean. Like
Got me 10 years, baby.
Got me, baby. 60
To
racks,
my
baby.
30s.
60,000, dog. But like you don't need it, bro. Like that's.
So if an artist came to young artist, came to yo, Aaron, like I like your stuff. I'm thinking about just dropping out and just focusing on this. Would you tell me to do it, or like wait, like finish your degree first, then what would your advice be? It depends on the situation.
It would be situational. It depends on how good he was. I've always said this. I think that it doesn't matter whether you go to school, whether you open a bakery, whether you rap, you can sell clothes. It doesn't matter what you do. If you put the same amount of effort that you would have to, because school kind of gives structure like that. It's like you have to do this assignment. Like right now, you got this assignment. It's due on this day. You gotta have it done to get the grade you need, right? So that's the structure. That's what pushes you along. But if you can have that same self motivation towards something else, another passion, and continue having that same work ethic minus the structure, then I think you can be just as successful.
Yeah.
I think it's just the work you put.
That's good. That's good. Thank you for that. So back to influencer questions.
Okay.
Inspiration.
Inspirer.
Questions.
That's such a terrible word, phonetically.
I like it though.
Yeah.
It's you know, fuck the phonetics. Is that what you said?
Phonetics.
Phonetics. Fuck the phonetics.
No
you know?
muzzy.
Fuck with the-
Yeah, we don't rock with muzzy. Okay.
But anyway.
So Mr. Aaron Brown, what PR pitches get your attention if you want to do?
I really dig ones that feel organic, that feel like natural. Like if I'm looking at an ad or something and I'm looking at PR, like if I feel like I'm not looking at an ad or PR, like that's the best one, right? Like, yo, I'm attached to this person, like they said something or like they did something or they promoted something in a way where it's like I just care about it for my own intrinsic reasons. Like, you know, I don't feel like I'm being sold anything. That's the best way to do it, personally.
Is there a specific example with them happening?
I know a lot of musicians do it sometimes. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head, but like it's one of those things when you see it, you just know. Like even like let's talk about like commercials, right? Like there's commercials where it's like, you know, something on sale now, like get yours today. Like you're like iPhone commercials, right? They're trying to sell you something from the get. They're like dipping phones in ketchup, pulling it out, like still works, like buy it, like. Okay, you're selling me something, and then like on opposed to a Google commercial where it's like someone needs to contact your grandmother or something, and there's like some cool feature, and they do it, and they hit your grandmother, and it's like yo, and it's like Google, it's like that's dope, like you know, like those are like real like organic moments. And this product helped carry that moment through, so that's dank. Or so to be like trying to force it on my throat. I mean, because I guarantee you, if I leave this phone in ketchup, it's just not gonna work after a while. I just believe that.
You want to try that one?
Yeah, get the ketchup.
I only got mustard.
I feel you. That's true. Because iPhone is like a lifestyle.
Yeah,
They
man.
push a lifestyle, not a we helping you, but you part of.
Yeah, it's
community.
like the FOMO. I call it FOMO
Right.
marketing, right? Where it's like, I remember I just bought the iPhone X like maybe what was it like 2 Julys ago? I remember, and then like like maybe 2 months later, and the XS was out. I was just like, you know, like you just charged me $1,000 for this phone. I'm still paying it to this day.
Right.
And oh, you got 2, 3 new iPhones. Oh, it has 2 cameras. Oh,
3.
oh, like
AirPods.
I'm just trying to monitor myself. Never mind. Yeah, I'm censoring myself. I'm telling you.
You put the parental advisory.
Yeah. Just put the little square in the
on your
corner.
head.
Yeah. You should really put it in there.
So same question. So what? We kind of pretty much answered it. So what PR pitches turn you off? You know, I want to be part of.
Yeah, I think we covered that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're trying to like really sell me something and I know it. I don't like
Got you.
that. Smarter.
What or how social media impacted your career?
I'd say in a big way. It allows me to reach people that I would not normally reach. You know, like I just posted a performance the other day. I did really well on Instagram.
Yeah, I
so
liked it. It was cool.
Thank you.
You were really hyped.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
But like of course people saw the performance and they were in love with it and it was cool and I got a lot of like feedback. But then there's hundreds of other people that got to see that performance that were not there who I still got that love from and still gained following from because of social media. So like in this day and age, like social media is like very important as far as outreach and like, you know, making yourself more accessible to a wider audience without physically having people there.
Let me contest that. Hold on.
Okay.
I think what actually someone who's proved it wrong is Kanye.
Okay.
Because he said, all right, now maybe I need to do a little more research. He said Yeezy's the #1 most Googled brand in the
Yeah,
world,
there's
but
no
they don't
Instagram.
have social media.
They don't. They don't.
So I think they're pushing us to make us think we need it.
Well,
bro.
here's the thing. It's a tool, first and foremost.
True.
Right? It's
Very
a tool.
true. Very
now,
true.
Kanye is at the stature he's at.
True.
Right?
That's a
So,
good point.
of
That's a good
course,
point.
he doesn't need the tool.
That's a good point.
You feel what I'm saying?
True.
In our place where we're at, we
Mhm.
kind of need a tool. If Kanye would have got famous 2 years ago, instead of what was it, like 2001, 2002,
Something like that.
whatever it was, like, no one was on social media. What did we have? There was no social media.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
AOL.
AOL. Yeah, instant messenger. Like, sure, you had instant messenger, but nah. Like, back to the point. Like, yeah, he doesn't need it. And it's a tool. Not everyone needs that tool once you get to a certain point. I hope I get to a point where I don't necessarily need the tool anymore. I'd love to just like pay someone to run it, and I can just live my life. Sick. I'd be down for it. I really would. But until then,
We'll submit our resumes.
yeah,
You know.
run my Instagram. Make sure it's fly.
Yeah, that's actually quite. I was gonna ask something similar. So, what do you think the music business isn't getting to the point where like, new artists really need social media? Like back then, they had to like sneak into like place and like show them their
Right.
art, like show them some big guy, and
Well,
they had to like for like Eminem, he had to win a competition to get attention. Like what?
Right. The climate has definitely changed in the music industry where it used to be geared more towards labels and A&Rs finding these artists and then their label providing the assets and like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, pretty much what they needed to like get on that scale. Like now the music industry is different with like introduction to Spotify and digital streaming platforms and stuff like that where the indie artists can now handle all that themselves. I mean, you have people like Mac Miller, rest in peace, who like made $3 million by himself indie. You know, I question Chance's independence, but Chance the Rapper is also another good example of that, if that is true. And so with that being said, like social media is definitely a tool for that because you need a platform to be able to reach the masses. And if you're not using the label as that platform, because if I came up to you today and was like, yeah, I'm signed to Epic, I'm signed to Sony, you don't have to know me, you would just give me some level of credit, accreditation, you know what I'm saying? The social media provides that for artists minus the label. Because now you can go on my Instagram, see my pictures, see my videos, see my music, see my following, see all that stuff, and then decide for yourself, like, oh yeah, this guy's legit. Especially if I got a blue check. If I came to you, you never met me, and I was like, follow me on Instagram, I had the blue check. When I walked away, you'd be like, yo. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just about, it's still, to this day, it's always been the same thing. It's about accreditation. Just how people acquire it now.
That leads me to in today's music world, so many rappers out there, and they're all are relying on social media. Like you said, a tool. Like Tyler, which was bad rappers too.
Right.
So, how do you advertise yourself differently from what's your way to stand out from this pool of social media artists? What do you?
I think people make this question rocket science, and I think it's the simplest question. Like, I think, okay, you're an individual. That word exists, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you just continue to be your individual and brand yourself that way, then how could you fall into that? You know, when you're creating music, when you're creating content, when you're doing anything, if you just do it for yourself and do what you want to do and do you and not try to emulate anything, then how would you ever blend in? Unless you're just not that exciting of a person, I guess. But I think everyone's interesting in their own way. Everyone doesn't show it. You know, like you're a quiet dude, that does not make you uninterested by any means. You know, it just means people have to dig a little deeper to see it. So like while I'm on the other forefront where I'm pushing it out there for people to see it, as long as I'm organic and I'm an individual, like I'll stand out.
So I feel like they don't see it like competition. Just doing
No, competition for what, dude? Look, I can never do what they do, and they can never do what I do, and that's it. We can make something similar. You know, I can make a Drake type beat.
Right.
But is it a Drake beat? No. I
Shout
can
out to
make
the Tight Beats though.
Yeah.
Real quick, man.
Shout out to Tight Beats, man. Give me my start.
Just
yeah.
quick, just you know,
Quick
put on a beat,
plug.
Drake type beat.
Drake type beat.
Shout out.
You know, like
They're trying to make a living.
I can make a song like with Kanye in mind, but it'll never be a Kanye song. So like that's the beauty of it. Like I just stopped thinking like that. I stopped looking at music like this is what people like. Let me make something like that so they'll like me too. And started looking at music like you like him, that's cool. Well, here's my music. Hope you like this. You know what I mean? And like people gravitate to it. As soon as I adopted that mentality, my music career started to turn around. You know, I went from nothing, anyone knew or remembered to like, oh, Aaron's sick. I like Aaron. And now, you know, I might walk down the street and someone's like, yo, what's up here, bro? Dope. You know, I see you at a show. Dope. That's it. So, that's it.
Is there was there a time where when you were pushing your music career forward, you were checking like your gram like daily? I'm getting more. Like that doesn't bother you. Did you ever realize when you?
I still do it. I still check my gram. I check my insights. As the businessman in me, like, I have to see like, did this work? You know, did this not work? All right, well, let's not do that. With this work, how do we capitalize and make this more streamlined so that it'll work even better? Like that's the businessman in me. Like efficiency is key. Like some people post like 3-4 times a day and like try to beat the algorithm. I don't. I just try to post really dope content that people will like when I feel like it or when it feels right or like based on my timeline. You know what I mean? Shout out to my creative director, Losing My Ego. She like keeps me on track with all that. She provides all the cool stuff. It makes my life a lot easier.
So speaking of your team, who else is in your team? Who else you got?
I got homies. They don't have like assigned positions. Except for one. My homie Lindsay, she is right now my PR representative. So is that what is that? Yeah, public relations representative. So she's like working on that. She's also still in school, so like we're trying it out and see how it goes and like giving it a shot. I don't know how to do it, so like she's down to like help. Cool. Other than that, I wouldn't say we have anybody that I would like give a name to, but there's a lot of people that support me, like my homie Humble, he's a muralist. My homie Mercer, he's a lawyer, he helps me out a lot. A lot of different artists I've been with. My homie Michael, he's like my guardian angel. He's just always looking out. He's just always, you know, hitting me up. Like, I got an idea. We should do this. We should do that. Like, we should different people who are like my support system or like, you know, a team. But I guess it is a team.
Are these people you miss
Family.
because of your music career or before?
Both. And there's so many names. I mean, on this route, like my family is like probably like 15 deep now. It's crazy. Like 15 people I really bang with. maybe 15. Somewhere in there. It's lower, right? Is it lower? It feels like a lot of people. I've always been a loner, so like me having anybody around me is just amazing to me. Let me see. Let's see if I can. Like 11. Like 11.
Solid number.
Solid number. That was my favorite number when I was younger. 11. I'm the one twice over. I'm the new 11.
Sweet. Well, my team, I got Johnny.
You said what?
Big Johnny.
You're my team.
Yeah, man, you already know, bro.
Army of 2, baby.
Yeah.
I was wondering, I know you got songs, right? So I know we talked about your song "Phony."
Yeah.
I'm gonna read some of the lyrics.
Okay.
And tell me the meaning or.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah. Genius style, I guess.
Gotcha. I spend too much money buying shoes, and I don't need it. When it's not sunny, only popping tags console me. Console me. I'm sorry. Stuck in the house, just me and my
Blank.
my
Sony.
my Sony. I'm a whole lot of things. None of those is phony.
So you want me to explain that part?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so like pretty much like if it's speaking about it like as a human, like sometimes like the only way to escape like my inner feelings and stuff is like to do some vain stuff. Like, you know, shopping makes me one of those things that make me feel better. I feel better. You know what I'm saying? Or like yeah, shopping is just one of those things, like for me, and like buying clothes and stuff, like it just makes me feel good. I remember being depressed and like not having a lot of money, and sometimes I would just buy something because it just makes, it's like instant gratification kind of thing. It makes me feel better. And then like the hook reverts back to like the reality of the situation is like I'm just in my room by myself. I'm just sitting here chilling. Like, and like pretty much what I was trying to relate through the hook is that like, because that was the hook, is that like I am an average regular dude, and like you could say a lot about me, but you can't say I'm funny because I'm sitting here telling you like realistically who I am, like that I have faults, that I can be vain, I can, you know, be narcissistic sometimes, but like worry about the wrong things. Like I'm just human, and like that's what this song is kind of about.
I can show you how to run in a place 100 days. I ain't slept since like July. I know I'm looking crazed. When ask me how I've been, man, I just tell him prayed up. Father told me I'm his son, so I've been staying right up.
You're amazing at this.
Got my pay up. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm just messing with you, bro. Just messing with you. Yeah, so like I can show you how to run in place 100 days.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's me talking about like me working. Remember I was telling y'all earlier, like I'm doing A, B, C, and I'm like trying to get recognized for D. So like I can show you how to run in place 100 days. I ain't slept since like July. I know I'm looking crazy because like I'm just doing so much trying to like pursue this and like realize that I'm just like treading the mud, you know. So what is it? I can show you how to run in place 100 days. I ain't slept since like July. I know I'm looking crazy. When people ask me how I've been, man, I just tell them prayed up, cause like pretty much in so many words, like yo, I've not been good. So like the most like euphemistic thing I can think of right now is like I've been prayed up, cause I'm pretty prayed up all the time. And then I consider myself a Christian, not the typical Christian, but I am Christian for sure. And then that's why I said Father told me I'm his son, so I've been staying prayed up.
Father as a
God. He's not probably. He's probably not a male or a female, but that's here or there. We'll go there. Yeah, for the sake of the song, you know what I mean.
Alright, bro. Is there any artists you wanna
Like
let your audience
specifically,
know? Yeah. Any part that you have more heart. You want your.
let me see that. I don't really get to read my lyrics. I don't read my lyrics after I like, you know, perform.
How difficult is it to memorize all your lyrics from all your songs? I know all by heart. Every time you gotta look back.
It's just one of the things that happens over time. You know, it becomes like a chant. Like, do you know the national anthem? Okay, do you play any sports?
Yes.
Do you know the Hallowed be thy name, my kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us my trespasses. Like, you didn't know that when you were younger, but you say it before every game. So eventually, it's just like, you don't even know if someone told you to write down the words, you had to think about it for a second. But if someone was like, "Yo, just say it real quick," you'd just be able to do it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. Like,
Do you play your music back a lot? Like, are you one of the people who, I bump myself number one before I bump everybody else?
Yeah.
Or like, do you just like just play it a lot in the studio just when you hear it back, or do you just like, that's it, drop it? I don't even want to really hear it. Just drop it. I got like you hear it a few times and you just like, that's it.
I played a million times, but not on some like, yeah, this is the greatest thing ever. It's usually on some like, how can I make this better? So I'm listening to it millions of times, trying to figure out, and then she has to hear it a million times because she's like making content and stuff for it. So like, nah, there's no like really like lines that I feel like I really need to explain. Like, just go listen to it. Yeah.
We'll leave the rest up to the audience.
Yeah, lead the rest up to the audience. Like, you gotta tell me how you feel about it. I don't know. It's kind of hard. It's yeah.
Well, now I'm gonna play one of your songs.
Okay, that's good.
Just, if you want to explain something or just rap with it.
Okay, that's cool. Play one. There you go. Okay, I like this song. This song is dope. This song is about like me coming out of like depression. Yeah, like yeah. Oh yeah, I still deal with depression, dude. Like in and out. That doesn't like really go away. You know, it's more like spells.
Your music,
Yeah, that's the only thing I really like. That's the only reason I do it. If I wasn't a depressed person, I don't think I'd make music. No question. That's the only way I can find to like really express myself. Because I'm not the type of person that like really like vent to people. She hears it, of course, but like sometimes I even tell her like, yo, I don't even feel like talking about it because I feel like I'm just talking to her. So sometimes like the song is the best way for me to get it out. It's on record, and like I can hear it back over and over again, and not only that, but then people might hear it and resonate with it. You know what I mean? Like that's everything. Because even if it doesn't fix my problem, at least I know I'm not alone because you feel it too.
Alright, 2 more songs. It's from your latest.
I don't even know if they can hear it. Sorry, it's
Whoa. Child's play. It's funny, my father is chapter ones and two types of
where was I at? I think I was just on some like cocky shit right now. Like, I was just like, okay, I know exactly how to embody this song. So like, I have a good amount of friends, like I was telling you earlier, at this point in my life, right? But like, out of all my friends, like, I'm like the only one that like really comes from like real deal poverty, like, you know what I'm saying? Which is like an alienating thing sometimes. So like sometimes I get in these weird modes where it's like I hear people talking and stuff, and it's like, all right, bro, like let me tell you what's up. Like let me show you like how life really is. You know what I'm saying? And like, and I just like say it, like I just gotta get it out because it's like you kind of like nah. And I feel that a lot all the time. Like it's kind of addicting. Like it's not necessarily a good thing, but like I still gotta get it out. So it'll come out alright. So yeah, this is one of those songs where it's kind of explaining like where I come from, like what I. This is the name of my album. Cause it just kind of shows like. So Ghost, the whole idea for Ghost is called it's an acronym for the Generalized Humanity Original Soundtrack. That's what it stands for. And so like, pretty much like the whole album was made to display like me and my most like human form, whether that's good stuff, bad stuff. I might be talking about something that's hopeful. I might be talking about some shit that's like dreadful. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just all goes to show that I'm human. Like, no human's all the way good or all the way bad or anything. I feel like the word human embodies that. Like, it's a mix. So like this album is to like kind of display that. And like this song was like this song was like the perfect. I named it Ghost because I felt like it showed it all. Like the beat, even in the production and stuff. Like it starts kind of like on a like lighter mood, you know, we're talking about doing different things and stuff. And then, like, then the beat switches, it goes down, and like, you know, but. You know what I'm saying?
I called him on the phone. I'm like, yo, your car.
When you were making this album, you knew from the start this would be the title. How was that process going?
No, I didn't, did I? Did I? No, yeah, you were there. I started it. No, I was like 3 songs in. And for some reason, shout out to Rotate. Because for some reason, Brian from Rotate, I like too, Derek. But Brian from Rotate reposted a picture of me on the Rotate story and put capital G, capital H, Ghost. And that was it. And just posted it. And there was no like, what's the word I'm looking for? There was no like context. Yeah, thank you. There was no context at all. It was just like, I even hit him up, like, why'd you put that? He's like, I don't know, bro. Like, and, like sent me like some deuces, or you know, like he's just being some fire emojis. Like he's being Brian. You gotta know Brian to like understand it. But yeah, he's like, I don't know, bro. So fire emoji, boom, boom. Like if there was sounds in Instagram, you would have dropped a bomb on that bitch. Funk Master Flex sound, boom. All right, cool. And then like I kind of sat on it. I was at the living room. I still in the living room at the time, and I was sitting there like thinking on it, and I was just like. And it kind of just built, and then the Generalized Humanity, OST thing, like, kind of came up, and I was just like, this is cool. And I kind of just ran with the concept. Like, and I thought it was a perfect follow-up for Aaron's Dead. Aaron's Dead, Ghost, like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Fall in line.
Yeah, it just fell in line, so it just made sense. So then I started kind of catering the album in that direction.
Is that how the album process goes?
Yeah, it's usually like a grand idea. And then obviously I break it down into pieces, and those are their songs. And then we try to get the visuals and the content to like go along with that and push that whole vision out. Ghost was like our first shot at it all together, and I think we did super dank. But like the new EP that we're working on is gonna be like I think we like are like starting to nail it, like streamline it, like we know exactly what we want to do, how we want to do it, how to make it happen. So, like, I think that's the beauty of it all. Like, I always do EPs or projects. I'm not a single person. It's just, like, not enough for me. Yeah. But, yeah.
Sweet. All right. Last one.
I say A a lot.
I do say A a lot when I'm rapping. I'm doing better now. I don't say A as much. Do I still see A?
So when you're live, you say
Oh, yeah. When I'm loud. Yeah. It's the most littest word in the vocabulary. Like, you know something's about to pop off when someone's like, A. Like, you could be in, like, apartment and you hear someone outside, like, A. You like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so Rococo. Shout out to Kelly, which I say at the beginning of the song, Kelly Flint. She's the greatest. She's actually the girlfriend of Mercer, who I mentioned earlier, my friend. And we were all at Broadberry, and someone ordered some bougie drink or something, and she was like, that's Rococo. And I was like, what? And she was like, oh, well, it's actually an art period. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. She was like, but I thought it'd be a cool euphemism, like, in place of bougie. Like, oh, that's Rococo. Like, if you know the style of art, then it'll make more sense to you in context. So, like, I was like, I like that. I was like, I'm going to take that concept and I'm going to make a song about it. And so, like, that's what this song is. Like, so you listen to the song, there's a lot of, like, Rococo era, like, references and stuff like that. And it's, like, pretty much about, like the idea was to take my ignorant ghetto self at times and, like, find it and make it, like, and, like, you kind of hear that in the beat and stuff, too, because it's still trappy, but, like, the sample's very, like, you know, pinky out drinking tea, like, you know what I mean? So, like, that was, like, the kind of the whole idea behind it.
Such Mel Street, mama, yeah, I'm in my yay. She be hanging on that.
Yeah, bro.
Do you when you perform, do you already know like what songs are on your mind, or do you just go with it?
You want to know the truth? I just put like 6 songs on a flash drive and take it to the show.
Just random.
Yeah, and I just like, just random like 6 songs. Like, I think I might want to perform these, and then like the order or like what song exactly I'm gonna do. Like, I might have like a 3-song set, but I don't know what I'm gonna do until I know. Like, I like the crowd like kind of like guide it all, and I'm just like, yeah, I think this would hit perfect right now. know, and then like, actually do it off and spur of the moment. It's better that way.
I experienced something similar when I was in jazz band in high school. My band director, he was from New York. He has really. He likes to when we perform, like we give like a brochure of what songs we're gonna play, and because he picked the songs on the spot.
That's
No matter if it's like a spring concert, winter concert, he just says play. It's like it's not even a Christmas song. It's like just some upbeat song. He just picks the song and like. So like literally when he finishes one song, he just whispers one. Then we all like flipping through our pages.
Right,
to
trying to
find
find
it.
it. You gotta read the energy, baby.
And
That's
some-
half the gift.
It's kind of tough.
Some of my friends were like, "Man, why don't you just tell us anything?" He's like, "No, it's good."
He's
I'm
reading
just
the
feeling
room.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's actually a dope method.
That's the
And
way
then
it
he
is.
just starts conducting, and then he starts dancing. And
Dude, the energy's the key, dude.
shout out to Mr. Warren. I'm sorry.
Shout out to him. Like that's you can't orchestrate some things. Like some things just are like, like sometimes like you'll be chilling with your friends and like a song come on and no one thought it was coming on, but then y'all get in that mode. It's like yeah, like it's lit. Like I just try to like recreate that. Like I let the people inadvertently kind of choose how tonight's gonna go. If you're low energy, I'm gonna match your energy. Like, all right, cool, let's chill and like do some chill stuff and like let's just vibe together. If y'all are lit, y'all look like y'all hungry from some excitement, bet. And throw me a beer while I'm up here too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I read the room. I like to match with the vibe.
Sure. Nobody wants a lit. Like everyone's just chilling, and one guy's like, yeah, and everyone's just like,
everyone's
yo. Yeah.
Really, bro? Like, yeah. And then most people they already know what they're gonna perform, so they can't do nothing but be the only lit dude in the room.
True.
So what do you? Speaking of performing, like what's your mindset, or like what do you do to get ready to perform? Do you like get? I get the energy in you to give to them, or
It depends.
or just go in.
It depends. There's times where I'm like hella nervous, and then there's times where I'm like, nah, I got this. We finna kill this. Like, and it could be like last weekend I had 2 shows. I had one with Soul Burst. Shout out Soul Burst. It was so lit, and I was kind of nervous for that one because it was like a different style than I was used to.
Mhm.
But then I had a house show the following day, and I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Like I got this. Like let's do it. It just depends on the vibe and like how comfortable I am. I'm still a new artist. So there's still situations performance-wise where like I'm new to. Like me playing with a jam band was something new for me. It was dank. I loved it. It was so much fun once I actually did it, but the build up to it was like had me nerve-wracking. Like, but yeah, like the house show, like shit, watch this. I get cocky in those situations. I'm like, yeah, check this out. I'm like telling my friends like, watch this. I'm about to have this cool, crazy. It's just like on the end. Like, once you get in touch with the energy in the room, you can control the whole room. I mean that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, dude. Like, people will feed off the energy. People will, dude. And that's it. That's why I'm always telling people, like, yo, just be you. Like, be an individual. Like, do your thing. Because people will feed off of it. They feel it. They feel it's real.
Sweet. All right, bro. We'll do these fast round questions. Just
All right.
answer with one word. Favorite color.
Yellow.
Favorite football team.
Steelers.
Favorite basketball team.
Pass.
Favorite fast food.
Taco.
Hold on. Why?
Have you had Taco Bell?
Okay, I ain't gonna lie, them quesadillas be banging,
Come on, bro.
but
Crunch wraps.
it's
Okay, I have an alternate. How about that? Chick-fil-A.
that's too safe. That's too safe.
That's
I'd
too
rather you
safe.
go with Taco Bell.
Okay,
All
I'll
right,
go
just-
Taco
okay,
Bell.
you know what? I'll
Come on,
stay
bro.
at
It's
Taco Bell.
It's 3 in the morning. I'm gonna get 5 different things that I'm not gonna eat, but I'm only gonna spend $5. I'm gonna eat 2 of those burritos.
You don't pay for yours later?
What do you mean?
Like, that's gonna hit you and be like, whoa.
Oh
whoa,
yeah, in
whoa.
the morning every time. But I don't eat meat at Taco Bell. I just eat like
Oh,
yeah.
what? So what do you eat?
just
What do you
like
get?
Ricey cheese burritos or like the Frito burritos, or I do like the crunch wrap, but I don't get the meat in it.
Bet.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's pretty dang.
Cool.
You can eat vegetarian at Taco Bell. That's why
I didn't know that. Wow, dang.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah, now you know. You can survive.
Favorite movie.
Favorite movie? Toss up. Pulp Fiction or Chronicle?
It's a favorite anime.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
That was
It is that good. It's so good. I was just watching it last night.
Favorite book to read?
48 Laws of Power.
You told me like poems. Favorite poet? Favorite author?
It's not my favorite poet. My favorite poet is probably Langston Hughes. Yeah, he's really good.
Favorite thing to do besides music? Like on your chill day, off day. Is there a day off for you?
Not really, but favorite thing to do? I don't know. What's my favorite thing to do? What do I do besides
Work?
Work and make music?
Nothing. Sleep?
Nothing. My favorite thing to do is nothing besides
Like
work.
that response.
Yeah.
All right, just just last few questions here as we wrap this up. I believe who's your mom? Spanish?
Yeah, she's Panamanian.
Panamanian. What's the Spanish music at?
Oh, I mean, I'd be down to make some. I can't speak it.
What's this bachata at?
I'd be down. I can dance
You
bachata.
can?
Oh yeah, I'm fire with the
Does your
bachata.
mom kind of force you
Oh no, I didn't even learn from her. I learned from my ex-wife.
Oh.
She's El Salvadorian.
to?
Yeah. So, but my mother,
Reggaeton.
my mother, she's Hispanic, but she don't really carry the culture. My grandmother carries the culture. She's like a salsa dancer. She still has the accent. She doesn't say bathroom. She says bathroom. You know, like but I should probably learn Spanish. I've tried. I can understand it though. I can understand it pretty well.
¿Cómo
So,
estás?
bien, ¿y tú?
Muy bien. ¿Qué vas a hacer mañana?
I'm going to Maryland. Yeah, I'm going to Maryland.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. I'm going to meet my girlfriend's family.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that time. It's that time of my life.
You ready? Bring your EP with you.
People love me, man. I'm just gonna
Have you
go
met
for
with them
it.
previously?
Huh?
This is like the first go?
I met some of them. I haven't met.
Oh,
the
so it won't be
whole
completely walking
bunch.
into, I don't know. So
Yeah,
these are-
I'm lucky. Like, I'm pretty awkward and weird, but people genuinely, like, don't mind me, so, like, I don't sweat too much.
Still got the football skills.
Oh, yeah, I got cleats in the trunk, too, man.
Oh,
You're
yeah?
gonna find out, yeah.
When they pick up with your friends.
Yeah. I was playing in a flag league for a little bit, but then I got way too cocky. And stopped stretching, like, halfway through preseason and, like, pulled my quad, and I was just like, yeah.
What's your position?
I played fullback and defensive end. Yeah.
Alright, bro.
I'll do that for
To end things, one last thing, we'll cut it here. So I want to test your skills, bro. Is that okay?
Bring it, man.
I want
Test the
you to
skills.
freestyle.
Oh, alright.
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
whatever. You got beef for me? Damn. I didn't even
Live.
know. No one said anything about me freestyling. It's weird. What? What? I know why you on my phone. You got me lost. Digging in my dome. Like, why? It's okay, don't reply. I digress, I'm the best. You know I'm coming for next. Like guillotine, it's just me and my team. We all ball like Mr. Clean, like we mopping the floors. You know my band all rocking out. We play for the doors. And your girl, she white, and the other girl chocolate. And me kinda tan, so I guess we making them s'mores. You get it? Ingenious, I be spreading like the spores. I be balling like sports. I be popping like cork. Julio, he a dork. But shoot, I'm a dork too. And we was rock anime, so I guess we the same, dude. I don't know. I'm saying lines just to pass the time. Really, I'm hungry. That's the only thing I can get in my mind. Or enchiladas with cheese, or maybe elephant's high, or maybe Taco Bell, but she won't let me. I'm lying. Either way, I'm gonna do it. Any day the wordplay is way above your head. The illest thing they do it, so I'm dead. 6 feet deep. Dudes know what it is. Never sleep on me. Account sheet, don't say peep like Lil Bo. I'm the hottest in it. I'm the hottest in it. Never timid, never had the limit. Cooking like a kitchen or a chemist. No blemish. I'm finished. I'm finished. Cool.
That was passing it.
Thanks. Cool.
Well, thank you for joining us today. For
Word.
being part of this project, for giving your time, for letting us in your store. You know, what you got going on. Wish you the best in your career. And, you know, if you ever have a show, invite me.
Of course.
I'll go.
I got some coming up. 13th and the 14th, we got some house shows. So
Sweet, sweet.
pop up.
It's not the city that made you, it's what you do when you're in it.
Yeah, it's true.
Aaron Brown, everybody.
We going to get some food, baby.
I don't know.
Oh,
okay.